Hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and in this video I'm going to show you guys a few consignments, and I actually got one thing in on consignment that it's pretty expensive, and probably from the thumbnail you already know what's going to happen during this video. We're actually going to verify that this box is okay, and I'm going to show you why I was a little concerned about it. But check out these. We got some Pokemon coins in. You know, I saw Dan where he's had a bunch of these that have been coming back. I wonder if other people are starting to get back their coins as well. This guy sent in all his coins, and then plus this one Mantine that was in PSA 10. But the consignment that I got in next, this one is under CS11. It's got some pretty cool cards, but it does have a WOTC box, and we're actually going to open it up. We're going to check and see if everything inside looks good. I'm hoping that it does. You don't see many of these in 9s. Usually they're a pretty easy 10. But I think I was looking at this one. There was like a little white dot right there, so I imagine that's probably why I got it. This one is the Red Cheeks Air version. Got the Shining Mew. I don't think I've ever auctioned off a 10 of one of those. Got a Shining Raichu Japanese, Special Delivery Pikachu, and then also had the Squirtle. So you had all three of the Shadowless starters in a 10 along with the Pikachu. But here is this Gym Heroes box that just come in on consignment. It is a little rough condition-wise, but I'm going to show you why here in a second. We did want to check it. You can see there's a crease right here. There's a little crease up there. The wrap itself feels good. The Wizards of the Coast logos, they look good. In fact, I had taken all the scans because I did the weight. I did have a little concern that when, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It almost sounds like there's loose cards in there, and that's usually a red flag. The reason I moved on from that one was because I was able to hold down the top pack on one side of the box, and when I did that, I didn't hear the cards going back and forth anymore, and that was kind of reassuring that there might not actually be loose cards in there. You can see this one's been pressed in pretty good, so I think it was just the pack itself moving back and forth, one or two packs. That can happen sometimes if one pack gets put on top of the other, and then you have both packs going back and forth. What you want to, in general, listen for when you shake it back and forth, if you're trying to see if there's loose cards, is if they're hitting it multiple times. And I'm usually only getting, one or two hits. But when I was looking at one of the scans, I noticed on this side, I don't know if you guys can see it because of zoom, but right here, try to follow my finger, right on top of my finger, there's a hair. There's a hair on the inside of the box, and that to me was a red flag. There are some tiny holes, where there's wear on the corner. So I guess it's possible a hair got in there and worked its way through into the box, or it could have been there for over 20 years. Who knows? But I could not, in good conscience, sell this one. So I'll let the consignee know. I was like, hey, I can ship this back to you, but I'm not going to sell it as is with that hair on the inside. Like I said, it is possible that it's been there for 20 years. It is also possible that it went through one of the corners, but I didn't see any other holes anywhere in it. So we decided to go ahead and open it up. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that. I'm going to slit these sides. I do have these available. I'm going to put them back over each side as long as everything checks out. But let's do that now. Get this in here. There we go. Much more smooth. It's the box itself is a little beat up, so I'm having to move this around just because they're not really flush on the sides. But we're going to sell this as a resealed, I guess, but with my name kind of behind it, because that's what I'm essentially doing. This corner's a little tough there. All right. Let's get the other side too. If I can get it in there nice and smooth. There we go. I'm going to pull it all the way back. All right. Looked like a corner went off right there, but I don't know how that would, still somebody would have got it out of the box, I guess. All right, so we're opening it up. All right, initially looking at these packs, they look nice. You can kind of see where they're shifted off to the side. But we're going to pull them out. We're going to make sure there's 36 packs in here. In fact, I'm going to just pull this camera up a little bit. I've got a little bit more being recorded as I pull them out. So far, everything's looking good. That's what we want to see. But we're going to check it out a little farther. I'm going to put it back in there the same way we pull them out. These will be the bottom ones. All right, so let's count them out. It's 7 packs, so this should be a stack of 11. 4, 8, 12, so that's 19. That's right, one side was higher. 3, 6, 9, 10. So is this gonna be 7? Yeah, so there's 17 here, 19 here, so we've got 36 packs. Looking at them, they look pretty good. Looking at the front, man, these look really pretty crisp. Backside, I'm just trying to do one of them. Like the seal itself looks good. I'm not seeing any signs of tampering. I'm not seeing pulling at the top or the bottom in the middle. I would weigh the packs, but honestly, I don't know if that would help out, especially with Gym Heroes, because the weights are all over the place. I've seen somebody pull a Blaine's Moltres from a 20.4 and then have a 20.8 from the same booster box that did not have a holo. This is one reason I don't buy these in mass. I mean, they are much less available than base, fossil, and jungle, but I don't. It's just one of those things where even if I did buy them, it's so hard to weigh out, and a lot of people want to go that route. Plus, this set isn't as fun to open up. I mean, really, Blaine's Moltres, that's the big hit that you're going to get. Of course, if you can get really lucky and have like a Brock that you pull out of 10, sometimes that can do well as well. Or this one has Sabrina's Gengar too, right? I can't even remember now. I think Sabrina's Gengar are the rares from Gym Challenge, and then Gym Heroes has the Sabrina's Gengar from Gym Heroes has the holographic version. But it doesn't have like the Blaine's Charizard, the Arcanine, the Venusaur. You know, Gym Challenge usually has a lot more hits, so that one's opened up more than Gym Heroes. But still, Gym Heroes is an old WOTC box, and I'm going to go ahead and say confidently that these packs are just fine. So we're going to put all the booster packs back in here, and then we're going to seal it back up. All right. Well, it's not sealed, but it is, if that makes sense. It's, as it was a minute ago, with that hair on the outside of it. But now I'm going to come in here. I'm probably going to put 2 there, and maybe 1 across each middle. See if I can do this without getting too much play. I think that one's good, and I'll rub them in just a little bit too. Sometimes I've heard of people being able to get these things off, but I mean, I don't know how much more can you do, right? You don't want to like litter it with them things all over the place. Now I got to take new scans of each side. It'll be fun. Trying to get it with all these things on there. Here's the third one, and then we'll do one more on this side. Not quite even, but wanted to stagger them just a little bit because you got that flap there. I wouldn't want somebody somehow trying to get it through that flap. But there you go. We've got a Gym Heroes box. I'm going to safely say that everything inside, if you're looking for the booster packs, they're legitimate. This is probably one of the better candidates for something like this, just because the box wasn't pristine. And then, of course, there was that hair. Let's see if it's shifted around any inside. So on this side, there we go. So I can bring this back down. See if we can find it. Oh yeah, it's still right there. I wasn't going to pull the box completely out of the wrap, just because I don't know if I could get it back in there very clean without causing further tears or damage. But there it is, guys. Let me know what you think. What would you have done differently? Would you have sold this? I think I'm actually going to put another one right over the middle there. Would you have sold this seeing that hair inside? Because like I said, it is there are a couple possible ways for that to get in there, but at the same time, it's a little scary to put your name behind something that's worth thousands of dollars. And you know, if you sell something fake, you know, like this that you say is real, and then you know somebody buys it and it ends up being fake, I pay out my consignees ahead of time. So as soon as I get paid, I accept all liability. So if it does come back and it is counterfeit like this, I've taken on that responsibility with my end buyer. And also, you know, probably if it come out publicly that I had another box that I sold and it ended up being fake, that's not good for the name either. So for me, it's definitely worth it to just check and verify something like this. I have a few boxes in my personal collection like this. If I ever bought another first edition base set box, unless it was off of King Pokemon, Mr. Gary, and it come from his case, I probably would just go ahead and open it and verify it, because I'm going to sleep a lot better at night knowing that everything is legitimate. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll have another one coming out soon.